Are you looking for a new football news app? Big man, it's been 2 whole years since you asked me this question, but luckily for you, I actually am. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you need to check out OneFootball. This is the app that gives you all the latest news from across the footballing world, as well as live score updates directly to your phone. With domestic campaigns and the Champions League in full swing, you're gonna want to know how to keep up to date with all of those competitions, and this app is exactly how. When you get the app, you can select your favorite club so that you hear everything there is to know about them. Whether it be PSG to Real Madrid, Manchester United to Alfreton Town, the jury's still out as to whether they're on the app, but I think, and even better than that, it is completely 100% free, so there is really no downside to having this. A link to the app is down in the description below, so make sure to go and download that right now. I'm telling you, yeah? I see you. Do it now. Yo guys, it is your boy Niran here, and welcome back. We are once again playing a bit of FIFA 22 on the channel, and you know the score, okay? We don't just play this game around here. We grab it, we fold it in half, we volley it down a hill into some stinging nettles, we pick it up, fold it again, sting ourselves on the stinging nettle, because we break this game on a regular basis, and today we have done the very same. We're here in career mode. We have randomized every single player on the game, so everybody's got random attributes. I'm talking random strength, random sprint speed, random volley, so I don't know what stinging nettles they're gonna get volleyed into, but regardless, every single player and their overall and their potential have been made to be random. We are managing Man City, and as you can see in the background, the team has changed. Bernardo Silva is 96 overall, but he's gone down 53. So are you telling me that my man was 149 overall beforehand? Jack Grealish is 2 overall, so what he has been in real life since his move from Aston Villa. Riyad Mahrez is 2. I think all the ages are still the same. So Riyad Mahrez, as you can see, is... I did not know Riyad Mahrez was 30. Gee. Some of the players have gotten off a little bit more lightly, including Scotty Boy Carson is finally the overall that he deserves to be. This is the case for everybody else as well. Ozan Kabak is 96. Melier is 96. Judging from his value, though, he's not actually that good. That's another thing as well. The rating itself has been randomized, but that doesn't actually show a true reflection of their overall attributes. You'll work it out as we go later on into the video, and if you go on to enjoy it, then feel free to slap a like on it, and of course subscribe if you are new to the channel. Over 906% of you are not subscribed to the channel right now, and we're aiming for 600,000 before the end of the year. Now what we are gonna do is we're gonna jump into the future. We'll go through about 5 seasons and see how this affects the world of football. We've got a youth academy player here who has a potential of between 1 and 1. He's probably not gonna make it. We can probably let him go. Trim in demand. That's me on a weekly basis. I kind of discovered something. I saw the standings and I saw that ourselves and Brighton were joint top of the table, which is gas. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I wonder why. We've got our normal ratings back. And I was like, oh, crazy. Has it just reset everything? But if we go across here, I mean, for a start, we've got a guy in our scouting area who's plays for Sutton United. So we've got Armando Broja, who's been okay for Southampton, but he's not 92 overall. So everybody else is still like randomized. I think what has kicked off is that because the team that you manage has like dynamic potentials and all that jazz, it's just reset everybody for us. I'm not changing our ratings every day, because otherwise I would have to do that. And there's a lot of days in 5 seasons. Hey Siri, how many days are there in 5 years?
5 years is 1,826.21 days.
How can it be 0.21 days when this reminds me of a kid that can't work out maths equations? Surely there are 6 apples and he eats 4 of them. What I could do is sign a bunch of terrible players and release all the good ones. What I was going to show you though was the transfer history after that first window. The most expensive deal was 6.5 million for Alex Meret, who to be fair has some really good attributes. I'm sorry, how the fuck are Longford in the Champions League? What is going on? Why have we just played a team from Ireland in the semi-finals of the Champions League? You don't even get teams from Ireland in the Champions League. All right, so the Premier League season is over. It's hardly a surprise that Man City win the league overall. Villa, Brighton and Southampton complete your top 4. Down towards the bottom, Chelsea, Spurs and Arsenal mid-table. So is United, really. Norwich, Everton and Wolves go down. Agent Rafa Benitez has done it again. Your FA Cup was won by Chelsea over QPR. The Carabao Cup was also won by Chelsea over Aston Villa. The Champions League was won by us. I saw that. How in the world did Longford Town get get to the semi-final. I didn't even know Irish teams could be in the Champions League. Over in the Europa League as well, that was won by Lille on penalties over Rangers. I did see that Mario Balotelli's playing for Italy again, which is a bit wild. What I'm going to quickly do is release all of our, like, top quality players, and then we'll have a much more average squad that will hopefully be a lot more balanced as far as the rest of the league is concerned. Imagine Pep Guardiola just getting to the end of the season and going, you know what, boys, I just don't rate you anymore. Jack Grealish, don't like your accent in a bit. Riyad Mahrez, I didn't realize you were 31. You're a catfish, to be honest. Get out of here. Phil Foden, your dress sense on holiday is absolutely terrible, so you've got to go. So I promised I'd show you the World Cup for 2022, and as you can see, Denmark won that in the end. 1-0 victory in the final over Portugal to claim their first ever footballing World Cup. Third place playoff was won by Ukraine over our boys Romania on penalties. France and Spain going out in the group stages, Brazil and England as well. Gareth Southgate, you are not the one, nor does he turn me on. I'll tell you what, actually, I want to sim a game. I want to see what starting 11 Chelsea are putting out. Yeah, it looks like they're still playing players in the position they should be. The FA Vase Community Johnston's Pain Charity Shield Trophy. It's not looking good. Whoever that is, McAtee, it's got a lot of pace, and I don't really know why. And now it's 4-2. I mean, we're running riot here. This one pacey guy's through again, and it's 5. This dinner plate of a trophy is going back to Man City. One experiment where I don't get sacked from my job. It's all I'm asking. We're going to have to take over at Aston Villa. Right, season done and dusted, and here is how it has ended up. Leicester and Arsenal kind of breakaway winners in the end in the Premier League. Sheffield United newly promoted up into the Champions League spots along with Man U. Down to the bottom, and no, you didn't see anything. Liverpool, no. In the FA Cup, and Southampton beat Brighton in a bit of a thriller, 4-2 in the final there. In the Carabao Cup, and Sunderland beat Manchester United, despite being in, I assume, League One, maybe the Championship, I don't know. In the Champions League, and we got Lille winning that trophy after, I think, winning the Europa League last season. In the Europa League, and Barcelona beat Irish champions Shamrock Rovers, only on penalties, though. Luke de Jong has finally found his level. And in the Conference League, we've got Tyrol beating Hammarby. I think that's an Austrian team. Down in the Championship, QPR and Stoke City are getting promoted to the Premier League. Over in France, and Paris Saint-Germain have won the league. There's just some things that you can't change. Pochettino apparently is not actually a fraud, and Bayern have won the Bundesliga. I just... Send me home. End the video now. In Italy, we finally got a surprise here. Bologna coming out on top ahead of Atalanta and Inter. And then finally in Spain, Osasuna win La Liga ahead of Espanyol, their rivals Barcelona and Mallorca. Real Madrid having to settle for the Europa League. All right, season 3 is done. Yet another newly promoted side is overperforming. This time it's QPR, but we left Man City and they've gone and won the league by 18 points. The likes of Blackburn, West Brom, Stoke, Sheffield United all up here now, whilst Crystal Palace, the richest club in the world, Newcastle, go down, and on top of them Spurs as well down in 20th.
My expectation to suffer.
Anyway, into the Cups. Leicester beat East Midlands rivals Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup final. In the Carabao Cup, and Stevenage beat Lincoln City. Of course they do. The Champions League was won by Osasuna of Spain over Inter. Down in the Europa League, and we have got Man City beating Real Betis. And in the Conference League, Swedish side Östersunds beat Standard Liège. If you're wondering about stats and stuff, Dykes, that might be Lyndon Dykes. He got 21 goals this season for Arsenal. Anthony Martial got 19. Oh, mate, sack off this experiment. It's not realistic. Ferran Torres, Christian Pulisic. Balogun also features. Other than that, not a huge amount of familiar names. James Justin and Alexander Mitrovic there, though, too. If you were wondering about Euro 2024, I know a lot of you were. Russia are your victors there. We have Scotland and Romania go far again, getting to the semi-finals. The likes of Finland, Greece, the Netherlands, and England making it to the final 8. Oh, just let me retire, man. I've been sacked by Aston Villa as well. Maybe I need to just take up a whole new game or something like that. Is there a community for farming simulator experiments? Is that still a thing? Well, we're taking over at Arsenal. We've been tasked with the job of finishing mid-table, so really not a huge amount has changed over at the Emirates. The penultimate season of this experiment, and Leicester have risen back to the top of the Premier League. In fact, Man City, who won the league so dominantly in season 3, are nowhere to be seen. Instead, it's Southampton, QPR, and Stoke City once again towards the top of the table. Man City are down in 10th, just below ourselves, Arsenal and Chelsea. Meanwhile, down at the bottom, Aston Aston Villa, who were just managing get relegated, alongside West Ham and Manchester United. On to the FA Cup, and Forest Green Rovers win that one. The E-Numbers Invitational has been won by Brentford. They beat Barnsley 2-1 in the final. Meanwhile, over in the European competitions, Bayern Munich get the better of Osasuna in the Champions League final. In the Europa League, and Son Etienne beat Czech opposition in Slavia Prague. And finally, in the Conference League, Lille win silverware again. They've won every single European competition now. Down the Championship, and Spurs and Newcastle both automatically promoted once again. Though having said that, neither of the Merseyside clubs, being Liverpool and Everton, managed to do so. Not entirely sure if there's any Premier League clubs down in League One. Judging from this, no, there are not. But in Ligue 1 instead of League One, and Lorient are your French champions, and Monaco and Nîmes Olympique. Finally, PSG are knocked off their perch. Marseille and Lyon there in mid-table. PSG down in 14th. In Germany, Bayern Munich are still winning the league there, 12 points clear of Stuttgart and Hertha Berlin. RB Leipzig as well, they're relegated from the top flight in Germany. In Serie A, and Roma are your Italian champions, ahead of Empoli and Salernitana. And in Spain, Osasuna are the dominant force over there. They've won a European trophy and they keep winning La Liga. Just before we get into the results and tables for this final season number 5, I thought I'd show you some of the best players in the world right now. A lot of them are free agents though, so I mean, if you picked up even 5 of these, you'd probably win every trophy in the game. We've got this ex-Aston Villa Don who's playing for Stuttgart, who's apparently 86, which is a bit mental. De Bruyne is obviously 88. Quite a few regens as well. This guy from Paraguay who's 88. We've got this Don, that's Guinea, I think, rather than Mali. He's 88 overall. There's a guy playing for Tranmere Rovers who's 86 overall. Ramon Maldonado. Not only is he very explosive in Formula 1, but he's explosive as a footballer too. Anyway, I did say I would show you the league, and here is the Premier League. Ourselves, Arsenal, actually win the title, which I was not expecting, to be honest. Man City back in the title race along with Blackburn Rovers there in P3. Spurs, though, go back down again. On to the cup competitions. We've got Chelsea beating Man City in the FA Cup. In the Carabao Cup, and Blackburn beat Stoke on penalties. In the Champions League, we've got Stuttgart beating French opposition in Nîmes Olympique. The Europa League has been won by Lille. I mean, these lot have probably won every single competition there is to win. And down in the Conference League, we've got Famalicão. Famalicão, they're a Portuguese team. And finally, in some of the other leagues as well, Burton Albion fans, rejoice. You lot won the championship and you're promoted to the Premier League now. Over in France, Nîmes have won the league ahead of Monaco, Lille, and Reims. In Germany, and Bayern Munich don't win the league. It is a Christmas miracle. Over to Italy now, Sassuolo win the title ahead of Bergamo Calcio or Atalanta. Juve 14th, Milan 15th, Napoli down again. For you Portuguese fans, I'll show you their league as well. Estoril Praia are Portuguese champions ahead of Braga and Porto. The Eredivisie's been won by PEC Zwolle ahead of Utrecht and AZ Alkmaar. Your Scottish champions are Dundee FC with the magical number. And finally in Spain, Osasuna knocked off their perch. They finished down in 7th place and instead are replaced by Barcelona. But that then is going to wrap up today's FIFA 22 experiment, seeing what would happen in the game if every single player on it was randomized. And the results, they were random, to be fair, which is at least a good answer to the question. If you have enjoyed this video, then feel free to slap a like on it, and of course subscribe if you are new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It is at officialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.